Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our installment of Scott's Selections here for Saturday, October 9th. For you in today's play of the day, quick recap. So we had a nice, easy winner with Charlotte team total over 31.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel in its matchup against Florida International, and it ended up scoring 45 points. Florida International's defense, really bad, and we capitalized on it. Nice, easy winner there. Look for another easy winner here on Saturday. But for the play of the day, I already gave out the 3 college football plays I like in the joint video with Scott Steen, so I'm not doing college football, and I didn't really like anything else on the card in baseball. So we're going to do a sport that we haven't really done, arguably ever, on this show, and it's going to be boxing, because there is one extremely important fight, the heavyweight fight, the third time, which I'm sure nobody's really thrilled with, but sure, they're still having it, between Fury and Wilder. And for this fight, we're actually going to be looking at a total, and the play that is going to be on the over 7.5 rounds at minus 115 on DraftKings. Time recording of 5:20 a.m. Eastern time. Couple reasons why I like the over in the spot. First of all, simply put, minus 115 is a great line. You shop around, you can find minus 137 on the over on Bet Online. Most other books have around minus 125 or so. So I think you'll end up seeing some over money coming in leading up to the opening bell. But I think that this line's too low because it's just an overreaction to what happened the last time these two fought. And Wilder, don't get me wrong, I think is by far the inferior fighter here. I think Fury is significantly more talented. However, Wilder did have a little bit of a fluke injury that happened in the middle of the fight, in which Fury was able to rupture his eardrum in about the 3rd or 4th round, and Wilder was stumbling all over the place. He got knocked down a couple times. He was getting his ass kicked, and yet he still fought for about another 4 rounds or so before the corner threw in the towel. So even if you don't like Wilder as a fighter, and even if you think that Fury is much better, I agree with you. You have to at least acknowledge Wilder's toughness. That was the first time he was ever knocked out, and he wasn't even knocked out. The corner threw in the towel, but Wilder was willing to lay it all on the line, stay in the ring, and I do think he'll do a better job of defending himself this 3rd time around. Is he going to win the fight? Probably not, because I think Fury is much better. As I said before, Fury's never lost before. The one draw is his blemish. He's 30-0-1. But as a whole, Fury is the kind of guy who proved the first time these two fought that he could easily eat Wilder's best shots. That 12th round knockdown in which he got up miraculously just proved that to me. That Fury is another animal when it comes to pain management. I think Fury will be fine. I'm not worried about Wilder potentially knocking him out. Now, looking at the other side, people are worried about Wilder, and I mentioned the toughness angle, but you look at Fury, and he hasn't really been a guy who knocks out opponents quickly throughout his entire career, especially over the last couple of fights. Just to go through those, you had the 7th round corner throw in the towel against Wilder. You had a 12th round decision, 2nd round knockout, 12 round decision, 10 round decision, 4 round doctor stoppage, 12 round decision, 8 round doctor stoppage, 10 round doctor stoppage. So just to go through those, that's 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3. Which means that he's gone over the 7.5 in 6 of his last 9 fights. I think that this total is too low. I think that at the end of the day, you might see Fury end up winning by knockout if Wilder needs to chase late, which he probably will, because Fury, I'm sure, will be up on the scorecards. But I do think Fury can go for a knockout in the 9th or 10th. 7.5, though, I have faith in Wilder to at least have a better game plan the second time around. I'm not buying into that 40-pound helmet excuse that he tried to use, which is one of the weakest excuses I've ever heard. But I do think that Wilder is still an above-average fighter. I know that you can make an argument against a world-class guy like Fury. He's outmatched, and I agree, but Fury has never been a guy who really puts opponents away early. I think Wilder hangs around en route to most likely, in my opinion, a decision loss. So if you want Fury by decision, I think there's value on that. I think you're getting a good price. But 7.5, too low. I got to take it. It's a play that I, once again, here for Saturday, October 9th, going to be on Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder over 7.5 rounds at minus 115 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.